Hello everyone, Fluffy here, back with another mukbang. Well, really didn't feel like a heavy supper today, like things are rolling around in my mind about what to make, and nothing really seemed appealing, you know what I mean? So what I have is a really light supper, and I did a close-up, not that it was cooking, but I'm in the living room, and again we have that problem with the lighting, so I did a close-up and I'll put it in here right now. Doesn't the fruit look pretty good? The crackers, I only did one to show you because they're going to be off to the side. And it's Townhouse and it's focaccia. Rosemary and olive oil. And they're really tasty. I've been kind of hitting the box pretty hard. Because I've just been munch hungry the last 2 days. And I don't know what that's all about. Of course, I've got my ice water right here. So I don't know where to put them without the fruit making all ugh. Told y'all low rent. I'll put a few right here. Ooh. The dogs can't wait. They've had a couple of these light crackers, you know. I used to own a fork. Seriously, people? Well, the dogs didn't run off with it. Oh well. I guess we're using fingers. I really have no idea where my fork went. I think I'll be mad when I finally find it and I'll be like... As you can see, a pretty nice day today. I'm not sweating to death. So, let's see let's check the temperature. And it is 7:22 in the evening. I know I said I'd film every day, but just really, and super didn't feel like it yesterday. It is 77 degrees. I guess because there's a storm front coming in. It looks kind of hazy outside. So, and I got off of Amazon, I got this, it's a child's thingy, and I got it with the hook. Because remember, I thought about diffusing the overhead dining room light. And let's see, I know, bread and butter, it's bad luck. If I diffuse this light, see, it looks a little bit better, the lighting. So I'm hoping that'll do the same, and I'm not going to hold this the whole time, y'all. I'm just too sorry. But I think that'll help in the kitchen, so we'll see. See how much of a difference it is? So hopefully that'll work. Bring my toilet paper. And because I like my pillow, let's see if it'll fit right there. You can halfway see it. This is, I bought another brick. I was going to do a Walmart haul yesterday. Was it yesterday that I went, y'all? I think I said yesterday. I was going to do Walmart haul, but I don't know if y'all want to see that. I'll jump on the bandwagon. If that's what y'all want to see, let me know. Most of what I buy, you all see me eat it, so, but the only one that I actually watch that does the hauls is Super Rainbow Queen, and I like when she does them. I like her commentary. Oh. I think this watermelon's good. I'm going to be calling Walmart. Yeah, it smells funny. So, how's everybody's weekend going? Hope everybody's having a good time, enjoying their weekend. I am, actually. What did I do yesterday? You know, my days are getting away from me. I think yesterday I did the, I did the grocery haul. That was about it. And then today, let me telling y'all, and you warriors, let me know if this is the fact for you. I have to tough out some chaga because that's getting bad again. In the morning when I first get up, or any time of the day that I get up, like I've been asleep and then I wake up, but especially in the mornings, when I wake up, I'm real groggy, my head feels heavy, because I don't know if it's the fibro or if it's my apnea. And on my eyesight, it's the apnea, the fibro. My eyes are blurry. I can't seem to get them clear for at least an hour or two. And my head's just, and for a while in the morning. So usually when my daughter's home, was one I can usually do the early mornings with my mother, because my mother's older and she's an early riser. And I've never been able to do mornings too well. So when we go, my daughter drives, because, you know, I shouldn't be driving if my conditions are like that. So anyway, usually when my daughter's away, I really can't do, it's Tuesday mornings, Friday mornings, and Sunday mornings. Tuesday mornings, she likes to go to McDonald's, and then she does the thrift store thing where I boycott the Salvation Army. I'll explain that in a minute why I don't want to get political, but I'll tell you why. And then we feed the cats and then go home. And I'll tell you about that too. Let's get on with it, Fluffy. On Friday mornings, my mother makes homemade German pancakes. Can't get pancakes like my mother's. And she'll make them. And like I told you before, my nephew and his girlfriend live right next door to my mother. They rent it from a longtime friend of the family's. So every morning she goes, and anybody that wants to come and have pancakes, all they have to do is call her and come. And usually we don't need an invite or to give her a heads up, but for the pancakes, she wants to make sure she has enough batter. So that's Friday mornings. And then usually when my daughter goes or can make it, they go to garage sales together. I don't go because of the uneven and having to get in and out of the car. And then on Sunday mornings, it's like breakfast at either Golden Corral, or lately it's been IHOP. And so IHOP, breakfast, Target, Aldi, and then home. I feed the cats and then home. Well, this morning, after I've said all that for 10 freaking minutes, I told y'all in the last video that I sleep spin off again. But weird this time. And so this morning, the second time I went to bed and got up, it was 2 in the morning. Like, no, well, 2:45. So I'm thinking, well, I should be over at my mom's by 7:30. And she wakes up by like 5:30, but I didn't want to call in case it got really close to me leaving the house and I just couldn't do it. I would be too tired. So when the time came, I was fully awake. I was very lucid, so I knew that I could drive. So I call her, and she's like, yes. Caller ID. I said, hey, what you doing? Just sitting here. Why are you doing that? Teasing her. And I said, hey, do you want to do breakfast and Target thing? And she says, well, I already ate. No, she says, I asked her what she's doing, and she goes, yeah, I just had breakfast. I says, oh, you had breakfast? She goes, yeah. And I said, well, I was going to call and see if you want to do the breakfast Target thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fluffy. No, that's okay. She goes, I wish you would have called me. And then she goes, well, I guess you couldn't because you didn't know how you were going to feel. I'm like, yes. I've been frustrated with my mother. But, so, we're sitting there talking. I said, well, that's okay. Maybe another time. Could be next weekend because I'm going out of town. I'm thinking that in my head. Ooh, look, I need to dust. Did y'all notice that? I always notice people's background, so I'm sure you'll notice. Needs dusting. Already. My daughter did it. She helped do the floors and things. But this house looks nasty. I want to pare down and get rid of a lot of... Anyway. Focus. So, then she goes, well, we can still do Target and stuff. I can go with you, she said. Well, I said, well, if you're set to sitting home and not doing anything, I'll be calling Walmart. The watermelon's no good. It's sour. That really upsets me. So you'll just have to look at it, y'all. Looks pretty, but watermelon gets like almost you put lemon juice on it when you did it. So I'm going to be calling Walmart. Y'all want to hear me call them? I never had a problem with them before. This is the second time. The onions they gave me one time, it wasn't the ladies who filled my order. And when it came the next time, they had jumped the guy's butt. They said, she's a regular, and she lives close to the H-E-B, and we don't want her to go doing the H-E-B pickup. So I will be calling them. So we ended up going. And so what we ended up doing, I said, well, you can always drink a second cup of coffee. She goes, yeah, I can drink a cup of coffee. So when she got in the car, she was having a hard time. Marlo, 74. 75? She's 75, she'll be 76 next month. She was born in 41. Yeah. 71, 6. Okay. Anyway, she's up there. And so she's having a hard time. She goes, I'm moving kind of slow. I said, Mom, I move slow every day. So take your time, get in the car. So I'm thinking, well, instead of having to, since she's not going to eat breakfast, and I don't like getting in and out of the car a lot, I told her, I said, well, we're driving, and I said, look, I think Whataburger's there. I said, I'm going to go to Whataburger. She goes, okay. I'm pulling in. I said, you know what? I'm going to go through the drive-thru, and we'll just sit in the car and eat. That way you don't have to get out. I don't have to get out. And we can still chit-chat. Even more so, chit-chat like we chit-chat, because my mother's hard of hearing, so when we chat with her, we're loud. And we don't have to disrupt anybody. And so that's what we did. We had a really good time. It was more fun sitting in the car eating than it was sitting inside the restaurant. I went to Target, and we went to Aldi. Well, it was kind of fun. That's what I wanted to make. Dang it, it would have been easy. There's this pouch of sauce. It's from chicken. Never had it before. It was on clearance. Might be able to find, maybe a fail. When I cook again, if this isn't enough, I'll cook it tonight. I'll give you 2 videos. It just depends on how I feel, or, because like the sauce is way over there. Not only having a good day today, y'all. I'm trying to get this together. I take out the fruit. I take out the plate. I refill my water. And my daughter had left a coffee cup inside her car. And she brought it in, and it had coffee stuff in the bottom. So I filled it up to get it soaking, and it was on the counter. So I moved the stuff around. Bam! Knock it over. Right now, there's water all over the counter. So I threw a towel on it because I wanted to get filming. I was like, God, I was cussing. Dogs take off. They come back to look. I no sooner get that and the water cup, and so it's my fault. We have 2 sinks. So when the sinks come this way, there's that triangle-shaped metal where where they meet, kind of the bottom. Well, that's where I sat the glass, and so I should have known better. So my big behind turns around. I knock it. Right now, there's ice and water all over the kitchen floor. It's a flood, but it's water. There's not even lemons in there. So right now, I'm leaving that to dry up. It's like, it's all just water. So it's only cheese and fruit, but let me tell you, it took an act of gosh to get. So, in spite of the fact that I'm frustrated with my mother, we had a good time. I was glad I went. She was too. I think it surprised her because I usually, if my daughter's not in town, I don't do the morning things because you never know with my sleeping habits. So, but it's a really controversial subject, and I try not to get into controversy because the last thing I ever want to do is offend anybody, okay? And, people say, well, you have to stand up for what you believe in, even if you piss people off. That's not necessarily true in the world of YouTube. You know what I mean? I post on Facebook. I sign petitions, Like I told you, I never want this channel to be about the lesbian who has a channel. I want it to be the Mukbang channel, and she happens to be lesbian. You know what I mean? But and I've said this a couple of times, so I'm going to explain. I don't go into Salvation Army because, no, they don't believe in gays, and that's fine. That's not why I don't go in. I honestly believe that you have a right to feel how you have a right. You don't have a right to be hateful to me. You know what I mean? You don't have a right to impose your opinion on me, which is why I don't push my lifestyle on you. You don't have to like it, basically. And I can respect that. So same with, Salvation Army. What I don't like is in their pamphlet, I don't know if it's a recruiting pamphlet or their values pamphlet that tells you about them, but in their pamphlet it says that gays and lesbians should be killed. Okay? Big controversy a couple of years ago. That's what I have the problem with. You don't like us? You don't like us. That's not for everybody. You know what I mean? But that's why I won't go in. Because, you don't have to like me, but telling me I should be killed? Really? Just because I happen to be attracted to women? So, that's the reason why I won't go in. That's the reason that I don't go to Chick-fil-A. I've seen them do a lot of good things when tragedies happens. They feed the firemen free meals and stuff. And I can respect that. That's good. The owner of Chick-fil-A doesn't believe in gays. Okay, that's not for you. As long as you don't discriminate and you hire us the same as everybody else. What I don't like about him is that he doesn't stop it as he's opposed to gays. He contributes money to hate groups that promote violence against gays and lesbians. He funds them. He funds some of them. That's not okay. You can hate us. You cannot be for gay marriage. You cannot be for homosexuals. I'm a firm believer you're entitled to your own opinion. But it's not okay for you to fund hate groups that do violence against gays. That's not okay. So, that's why I don't go to Chick-fil-A. Will they go out of business because I don't go to their establishment? No. So, in case you were wondering. Right there. There's a fungus ball. My daughter got it from Amazon. And I don't know if you can see it. You can really, it's a little ball right there. There is rocks on the bottom. I don't know when was the last time she changed the water, but the water remains clear. And apparently this little fungus ball, it looks like a fuzzy ping pong ball, actually. It's alive. So, and she feeds it by watering it. It sits in water. It survived the move. Oh, my peace lily. Looking a little sad. I think I need to give it water. Look, I'm seeing all kinds of flaws. Don't ignore that. We would, Fluffy, but you're pointing the crap out. Well, damn it! I hope microphone still records. I had it on mute, so we'll see. I'm really disgusted with this watermelon. As soon as I quit filming, I'm gonna call them. See if they'll just give me a credit on my credit card. You got like it? It's little man. I'm back friends. They have a little black dog, I think. I'm getting full. It's a pretty good little spread, as they may call it. A little spread. Let me tell you, those inmates, they can cook. They can cook. I've seen some of their stuff. It's like, golly, I want a piece. But I never did do that. Might be crossing the line, but that doesn't mean I didn't want to taste it. They make cheesecake. I've seen them make fudge balls, cheesecake, the most awesome nachos. Things they can do with ramen noodles, please. Did you know that you don't need hot water or boiling water to make ramens in those square packages in the pouches? Nope. We just need like lukewarm water, warm water. And they cook it in the actual pouch. Crunch it all up, put the seasoning packet in, fill it with water. Twist the top, looks like a little baggie. Twist the top. Usually they have their illegal rubber bands because they're not allowed to have rubber bands. And you let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes because I'm sure you already know, and for those of you, excuse me, God, I've had the burps lately. For those of y'all that didn't know, the ramen noodles are already cooked. They're fried. That's why they taste so dang good. That's why you can crunch them up and eat them like French fries. They're already cooked. They're fried, deep fried or fried. So all you're really wanting to do is get them soft, and that's what they do. And they put them in anything. They put them in chili. They put them in roast beef. Or on the holidays, they get extra stuff, and the amount of stuff that they're allowed to buy goes up because they have a dollar limit of how much they can spend within a 2-week period, and then during the holidays it increases because they're able to buy summer sausage, pecan pies, like whole pecan pies. It used to be a lot more other stuff, but inmates ruin it for other inmates. It used to be fresh fruit. Most of the inmates eat it just because you don't get a lot of fresh fruit in the pen. Canned fruit's cheaper. Every now and again they'll get oranges and stuff like that, but that's rare. So inmates were making hooch with it, so they stopped selling that. But on the stuff they could make, oh my goodness. And I guess you have to get really creative. I think prisons sustain the ramen corporation all by themselves. The amount of ramen that goes through, because I helped out. When I first started my career, I guess I had 3 years in, and I worked in the commissary for a while, the inmates 7-Eleven, you know, the inmates convenience store. And the amount of ramen that goes through, it's like, wow. You run out of ramen? And back then, the inmates could smoke. Person who used to run the commissary, she said never run out of tobacco, ramen, what was the other thing? Coffee. She said, you officers really don't want us to run out of those things. No, we don't. This cheese, that's that Tillamook I was telling you about, the $8 3-pound block, 2.5-pound block. I shredded all the other blocks, so I told you I try to keep a block solid on hand, and I just cut the end off. Oh, it's medium cheddar, which kind of keeps you from, keeps me, let me keep it real. Keeps me from eating like the whole frickin' block. It's good to drink water. It keeps me from eating the whole frickin' block. So. Look good, y'all. Rosemary. I like real butter and rosemary on potatoes. I have chicken sausages. I might do because I've got to cook those soon. So I might do a cookbong on that. Well, I'm going to do that pouch of sauce, but that'll keep because the chicken's in the freezer. Last piece, y'all. Oh, I'm so upset about that. Don't think y'all told me what you did this weekend. I already told you. You gotta comment below. Behind. I was trying to set this up and stuff. I noticed that, actually, I set this up and I went to do the close-up and I noticed that Superfly was live. Sorry, Superfly. I hope you had a really good live. You usually do. Yep. If y'all know Victor, remember I sent you over to his channel? Maybe we scared him. With too many subs too quick. I had a lot of potential, but he hasn't put up another video, so I don't know what's going on. I know he says he's busy, but He was going to try to film and then edit. Maybe something happened. I hope he's okay. I hope he's doing alright. He had some potential for some good videos. Okay, well, 30-minute mukbang. I'm going to stop it here. I hope this wasn't too boring for y'all. Usually when I say it and I re-look at it, I'm like, well, that wasn't boring at all. Especially when I don't think I didn't talk much and then it's full of chatter. But the dogs look tired. They really needed to get out and run around, but the heat is affecting me more and more. And so when I let them out this afternoon, because I stayed all up until 9:30, 10 o'clock, because I got home, I got home with my mom, probably between 9 and 10. And I was just sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden I started, like, why am I tired? And I was like, well, you dumbass. You've been up since 2:45. So I went to take a nap and woke up about 5:30. Right, 6, almost 6. So then I'm like, well, you haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Because what I was going to do was have breakfast, come home, and then do a lunch mukbang. But I was still so full. I had the breakfast burritos from Whataburger. It was my favorite breakfast burritos if I get them in fast food. A hash brown, they do the little sticks, and then I had coffee, and I was too full. I'll just be filming to be filming, so, you know, just to get content, and I don't want to do that. But this afternoon, I really wasn't hungry, and I thought, well, I really want to film. I miss getting on, you know, I just miss it. I miss it. And so I thought, what can I do? What can I eat that's not going to make me feel yak? But I got to eat something. I really haven't had much of an appetite the last couple of days. Then usually that breakfast I had at Whataburger should have filled me up, even though I don't eat a whole lot like I used to, like in one sitting. I used to get snark some stuff now. So, but I feel good now that I'm awake. I feel good. I feel good. No. Sorry, that'll get me a... You're sick, Fluffy. I know. But I like it. Is it a song? No, it's a different song. Oh, something else I was going to tell y'all, because I said, oh, I'll get back with that. What you about? Dingy, told you about Chick-fil-A. I can't remember. Let's just sit here and stare at me. No. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go so I can call these Walmart people and cuss them out. Well, I'm not gonna cuss them out. I'm just gonna tell them I'm disappointed because I promise you, I still say they're like the best. And since they use my credit card, I think they could just give me a credit for it. So it's not a big deal. Everything else looked really good. So, I bought a lot of crap, and some of it's for me. I'm not even going to front. But my niece, the one that's coming, doesn't want to cook. She's 17, but she's nervous about using our stove. She just want to burn the house down, you know. So I bought a lot of snack food and a lot of stuff to make sandwiches for her. And so that'll sustain her because she can eat before Friday, and I'll be taking off Friday afternoon and coming back Sunday afternoon. So it's really only Saturday that she has to fend for herself, and she's young. She can live off sandwiches, and she doesn't live that away. So I'm looking at comments, and somebody says yummy, but that's not very much to eat. And I don't know which video she's talking about. What's the last one that I did? Was the crab boil, right? That was a lot of food I ate. And I ended up eating the corn, and I ended up eating all the rest of it like a couple of hours after I videotaped. Maybe 4 hours after. Well, I was eating like one at a time. Like I'd look at it and get a potato, and I ate the corn and I didn't get sick. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe I was in the mood for it, but this one definitely is not. So I've got some of the watermelons out. The water looks milky underneath, so I don't know if it's my taste buds that I'm not in the mood for it or what. So, God bless you. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye, y'all.